We begin with Afghanistan and the desperate effort to get people out as the Taliban tightens its grip on the country. U.S. citizens are being told not to travel to Kabul airport today as more crowds gather outside to try and flee the country. The U.S. deadline of August 31st to pull out all American troops is fast approaching. And yesterday, President Joe Biden did not commit to extending that deadline. For more on this, we're joined by Dominic Velitis in Bristol, England. Dominic, what's the latest from Afghanistan?
Yeah, good morning, Hillary. The US now advising Americans in Afghanistan to completely avoid Kabul airport due to, quote, potential security threats at the gates. Now, officials are not expanding on the nature of the threat, but you've just shown some of the pictures from there, and it seems pretty clear as to why that decision has been made. We know that there are huge crowds there again today, as there have been pretty much all week, and it is dangerous, Hillary. At least 12 people have been killed in and around the airport since Sunday, but the United States is not the only country to have raised concerns about the situation there today. Switzerland has warned its citizens to stay away from the airport. Germany has as well. It begs the question, doesn't it, Hillary? How are US citizens supposed to get to the airport now? Well, it's possible we could see more American troops conducting more rescue missions throughout Kabul. We know that on Thursday, 3 US helicopters were sent into the city to fetch 169 Americans at a hotel near to the airport after it was deemed just too dangerous for them to walk that very short distance to the airport gate. So we may see more of that, more rescue missions by the Americans going into Kabul. Meanwhile, one of the Taliban's founders has arrived in Kabul with other leaders today to hammer out a new Afghan government. So it looks like that process is now well and truly underway, although the Taliban has said it won't be giving any details whatsoever on the new government until foreign forces have left the country. One other situation we're watching very closely at the moment, Hillary, concerns banking in Afghanistan. Afghanistan is a cash-based economy, but there's not a great deal of it around at the moment. There has been a rush on local cash withdrawals, and it is getting harder to send money into the country, and that is worrying officials a great deal. Hillary.
And Dominic, if we come back to that evacuation effort, you mentioned the American effort there, but of course we know that Canada is also involved in that effort. What are you hearing about that today?
Yeah, that's right. This morning, Hillary, we had some detail on the first Canadian plane to leave Kabul. We're told it left late on Thursday evening, and on board were 175 vulnerable Afghans and 13 foreign nationals. But that only tells part of Canada's story in terms of the airlift out of Kabul, because other nations have been carrying Canadian citizens and Afghan nationals destined for Canada on their flights. And we know, Hillary, that almost 1,000 refugees have already arrived in Canada, but that process is ongoing. Hillary.
Okay, Dominic, thanks for those updates. We appreciate it.